With Redfall posting their 1.1 patch, I decided to give Redfall a second chance at redemption. Is this the game that I truly thought I would love when watching this at last year's Xbox showcase? The immersed world that I thought I was gonna love to explore and the vampires that I was gonna love to be around? Did they fix it? Did they improve anything? I tested it out for you so you don't have to. First off, I want to give a big shout out to Julie and Ace for helping me record this video, because if it wasn't for them, to keep it simple, I don't know if I was going to be able to get through this video. They were very optimistic, but with that being said, Nicktana definitely got him to play the game. I kind of got my ways to getting them on. But to say the least, I installed the patch, I gave it another shot, and hopefully thought the game would improve. And I'm going to give you guys my experience from what I did and how I played the game, to see if this game is worth installing again or giving that second chance. What's up, guys? My name is Nicktana. Here on this channel, we do everything and all gaming, from reviews, gameplays, all that type of stuff. So please make sure you guys hit the sub button, especially if you want to see more Redfall stuff. I think I'm gonna do a series every time Redfall gets a little patch update. We give it a shot until this game becomes our dream game like we want it to be. To give a little background on myself, if this is your guys' first time here, Redfall is a game I've been covering on my channel for a decent amount of time. I've been covering shorts, all the news for Redfall, and some of the character background, lore, and story for these characters, just for the fact that I was so hyped for this title for Arcane, because I thought this was the world that I was going to want to suck myself into and play for numerous amount of hours. Saw this game at the showcase and I instantly said, yeah, this is the game that I want to play. But then the game actually launched, and it's no mystery at all that this game didn't pan out to the game that we wanted it to be. But at the same time, we're giving this game a lot of criticism, and the backlash has been absolutely nuts for this title, and it's become a walking meme. And I'm trying to see if there's any hope for the Xbox fanboys. Being me. If there's any hope for this game in the tank, can it get better? Could this be a reason to get the Game Pass? Well, let's go ahead and lock in and let you guys know what I experienced from the 1.1 patch onto Redfall. To explain the 1.1 patch, this came from Arcane Austin on the Bethesda website, basically saying that they had key improvements to areas such as enemy AI responsiveness, enemy encounter frequency, vampire combat efficiency, and improvements to graphical fidelity. A lot of things that a lot of people were complaining about. One of the major ones was the enemy AI responsiveness. Like I said in the beginning of the video, guys, regardless of how this review goes or how this patch breakdown actually goes, I don't know exactly what I want to call this yet. I had an amazing amount of fun actually playing this. It wasn't so much the actual game, it was the time I spent with my friends.
He was hiding.
All right, Metro Boomin on that beat.
I found a flare gun.
In the city of Red Falls.
Okay.
I gotta go to the doctor. I got red balls.
What?
I got red. What? What?
Crab meat?
Oh, I just yammed. Oh shit.
Ooh, watch a pro do it.
Oh, he yamming. He yamming. So maybe consider that when you load this game up again. If it's something that you and your friends are sitting on and you guys have Game Pass and you guys need something just fun, mess around, do a few missions, have a good laugh, consider actually picking it up and giving it a shot. Honestly, use this for a guide, but consider that when it comes to actually downloading this game. But it was an absolute blast. We did a few main missions. We went through, we did a lot of Vampire Nest and just kind of explored what we can in the city of Redfall. The first problem I do want to talk about when I came into this new patch was the encoder problems for my graphics card were off the hook. Do I want to play this on the game? I can't precisely pinning on that, but with me streaming this game, recording at the same time, my graphics card couldn't encode this game to what I needed to. There were times where my stream was crashing. It crashed about 3 times during the process of last night, and I always take that as a bad thing because why is my stream crashing? My stream never really crashes. I've never had encoding problems, but it seemed to have done that a lot. And it seemed like the game ran worse when I was streaming that. Granted, I am playing it on PC with medium graphics, which isn't pushing it at all, but I was doing epic graphics. I did drop it down. I still had problems. Plus I was recording, plus I was streaming. So I was kind of overloading this thing, but I also do have a 3070 graphics card, which is still a beast of a card. So I don't understand why that was happening. Getting into problem number 2, I did have frame issues still when sprinting. A lot of times when I was running as fast as I probably can, you see the frames drop tremendously. If you're moving too fast, jumping around, sliding, I felt my frames drop a lot, especially when you get into new areas. Frames drop a little bit too. And especially I had frame problems when I was doing Vampire Nest. If you're around like 3 or 4 vampires, it cannot handle that at all. And I'm playing this game on performance mode. I'm telling you guys, I'm playing this game on medium graphics, which again, not pushing the game to its fullest. I was just trying to experience a smooth title, which this game graphically isn't that hard to run. But there has to be something going on in Arcane or Bethesda to where they have to put this game at 30 frames per second, because why is this game tanking as bad as it is every time you do the simplest of tasks? Oh, run over here to this area. Oh, you encounter 4 vampires and you're telling me the game can't handle that, but that's the aspect of your game that you're trying to run. This problem annoyed the heck out of me. The subtitle problem was nuts.
Where's the vampire? Why am I seeing captions for and I can't even hear this?
Yeah, I don't like that. I'm literally seeing so many captions pop up and nothing to even be around it. Every time me and my friends were exploring, we noticed that the subtitles were going off the hook. We're talking constant caption after caption after caption after caption after caption after caption after caption. And it kept on going off, but the audio cues were not playing. You couldn't hear stuff that was going on. It would say like vampire hissing. Why can't I hear the hissing? Vampire fleshing on blood. I want to hear a vampire fleshing on blood. Why didn't I hear the vampire fleshing on blood? If it could pick up those sounds and cue them for a cue, if they could cue them, then an audio cue should follow after that. And I don't know why it didn't. Because you would just be exploring around and your screen would just take up so many captions. We're talking about a game with 3 people and a few vampires. It did said that I tried to improve on the graphic fidelity and the visuals, and they were wrong. The reason I say they were wrong was little instances, nothing like that drove me to be like, yo, this game sucks. But when we're talking about a AAA title, Arcane does not get the pass. There was times where I would turn on a sink and just wanted to see water come out. Sink is not running, bro.
Let me see. Let me fix it. You know, I'm gonna hand you.
Nah, bro. It says use. It says use sink. That shit is not being used.
Gold shotgun that's broken.
Bro, is this sink running?
Sink on. Yes.
No, you can't.
I'm dead serious. Now it's off. Press it. It's running.
No, it's not. You call that running?
Bro, the sink is on.
Bro, what are you talking about? That is not running. Chat, is that sink running?
It's not on.
Alright, chat, is the sink running?
It's not fucking running.
I can hear it.
You can hear it. You can't see it.
Pull up my stream. Pull up my stream.
Let me do it.
Damn, bro, self promo.
It's like drippling.
Really? It's like a full-on stream for me.
Make sure that, and no water came out. My stream crashed at one point because I was looking at a fence, and every time I zoomed in, the part of the fence would go away, and when I zoomed out, my fence would be flickering, and that was very weird. Another flickering problem I had was with shadows. Every time that I would look at a shadow of like a tree, a fire hydrant, someone standing, a sign, it would just flicker and move. These shadows bugging for you right here?
Where you at? Let me see.
It's Redfall.
Yep.
But Mickey Cap, how you doing, brother? Is it
kind of nasty?
Is it kind of like flickering back and forth?
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at the sun. That's what that explains it.
Oh, it looks. Why is it doing that? It's a shadow of an inanimate object that's standing still. Just stay still. Another thing they said they improved was the AI problems in the game. The AI actually improved a lot from last time, and I'll consider this a W to Arcane. So you do get your W for this video. It seemed like every time I try to sneak around them or try to even be just blatantly like crouching and just walking in front of them, they still noticed me fairly quickly, and they knew where to shoot, and they actually chased you down and gave you a run for your money for the most part, which the AI back in the previous patch, they would just have their back turned to you. They didn't know where you were at, and it was all in all bad. Did it happen all the time? No, that's the main problem. Sometimes the AI would be super smart, but then there's times where you would get into a full-on fight, kill 10 guards, and then there would still be one walking around with question marks. To get into one of my favorite parts of this patch, and it's not even part of the patch, it's just like something I experienced when I played this for the first time. The vampire nests were very cool in this game. So instead of doing a lot of the main missions, we did the vampire nest. What a vampire nest is basically what the title says, is you go into this little realm and there's vampires around, and you'll go through waves of vampires. Usually there's like 2 or 3 of them at a time, and then you would kill them, and then you would go on to the next wave, kill a few more until you clear the whole path, and then you disarm this little like nest thing that has 5, I can't even explain what they are, bro. So it's like these little 5 things, and you disarm them and to deactivate the nest, and then you have to run all the way back to the entrance and get out. Like, this was one of the funner things. It felt like a challenge to actually do, and the rewards they give you and the experience they give you for doing that is actually rewarding. And if you want to like level up your character and to get some new guns, some more currency, it's worth to do and try. Problems with the vampire nest though, because of course, why would the vampire nest be perfect? That would just make too much freaking sense, right? The reason the vampire nest had such a big problem is the first time that we tried to do the vampire nest, we didn't make it out in time. But the vampire nest, the way that the time was queued is the time stayed on screen. So there was literally zeros that just stayed on the screen, and then the music from the vampire nest of us getting away just kept on repeating and repeating and repeating and repeating, and it would not go away. It was obnoxious, and to the point to where we did another vampire nest and then it magically went away when we beat it. It shouldn't be doing that. So let's knock down the overall. Did the game get better? I will say it got better. Is it playable? On the playable scale, it's a 4 out of 10. Will I play it again with friends? 3 out of 10. I think this game still has a lot to improve on. I think this game does have potential to be a great game for the Xbox Game Pass. But if Xbox is going to do this, I think it just needs to stay quiet, slowly push out patch after patch, work on it behind the scenes, and maybe it will have one of those like cyberpunk effects. It just gets better over time till eventually it just runs smooth enough. You release a DLC, hopefully people forget about it a little bit more, and then the game becomes playable. Because like I said, I think the concept for this game was very cool. I try to give Arcane a lot of the benefit of the doubt. We got to remember, they don't make these type of games. They've never made multiplayer type games ever before. A lot of their games have been single player games. They've never tried to do a multiplayer like co-op game, and it's a different world and a different thing that they've tried to do. I try to give them the benefit of the doubt. I want the game to work. I want Arcane to succeed, and that's why I'll keep an eye out, keep you guys posted, see if this game gets a little bit better, go from there. If you like this type of Redfall content, like I said, don't forget to subscribe. I'm gonna keep on covering this, make sure the game gets better, keep on testing it, keep you guys posted, and hopefully it does. Thank you guys for watching. This has been YouLoveNicktana. You guys could just call me Nicktana though. Thank you for kicking it with me. Be safe, tell someone you love them. I'll catch you guys next video. We're out.